Hi guys, I'm Sarah Holloway, a lawyer turned funtrepreneur. I'm the co-founder of Matcha Maiden and Matcha Milk Bar, and I have a podcast called CCA. And this is Milkshake Asking for a Friend. Advice for people starting their career in your industry. Probably the best advice is done is better than perfect. I think we always get really overwhelmed and scared and overcome by fear and self-doubt when we have an idea, particularly because a lot of this industry is quite oversaturated. There's so many options and so many things you can do, but I think everyone is looking for exactly what you have. There's always someone out there who wants something that might already be out there, but they want it the way that you do it. And if you wait too long, the opportunity will be gone. So don't wait until you have the perfect moment. Just take the moment and make it perfect. How do you collaborate with brands and other creators? What have you learned? I love collaborating. I think another one of my favorite quotes is success doesn't halve when you share it, it doubles. So if you can join together with people who have similar goals, similar audiences, similar values, it's a really great way to share exposure and also just do something different and meet new people. You always get fresh ideas and fresh energy from what other people are doing. What's the biggest mistake people make on Instagram? Thinking that you have to make everything look pretty all the time is a big mistake because it's very aspirational, but eventually there'll be a point where they just don't relate to you. And that relatability is where you have influence. That's where you can impact people's decisions and buying habits or behaviors or attitudes or whatever you want to do, however you want to impact them. For me, it's mindset. I want people to feel excited about their life. I'm not going to be able to do that if my life looks so different to theirs that they're like, well, you're excited because you have all these things and I don't. But if I'm a normal person who's going through exactly the same stuff as they are, I've got anxiety, I've got self-doubt, I've got pimples, I've got my period, I've got whatever I've got, it's like, oh, okay, well then I can listen to what you're saying because you know what I'm going through. How do you grow from a setback? A setback is going to feel uncomfortable. It's going to maybe feel a bit like failure. It's going to make you question your value or your skills or your worth. And those are the kind of things that help you build resilience. They help you re-find, actually, I am really valuable. Maybe I'm just not right for you. Or this was a really valuable opportunity or product, but maybe it wasn't right for that, that seller. Or maybe it's constructive feedback that helps you improve the product or the service or the offering. So either way, there's always something that you can gain from it. And I think if you focus your energy straight away on the lesson and try and get that lesson and then start it in motion straight away, you don't really give yourself much time to kind of wallow about it. What's the biggest misconception of what you do? I think there's actually quite a lot, particularly because we all like to share, the glossy, glamorous moments. And this is part of why I started the podcast, to kind of show the nitty-gritty shit bits behind the scenes that you don't get to share, like the really hard moments where you're packing boxes in the middle of the night or where you're burning out because you're just going all the time, and when you love what you do, you never want to take a break. So there's so much unglamorous stuff that happens. And the other thing is that when your business is going really well, it can look like, people think you're loaded. People think you're rolling in it and you must have all this cash, and you're like, yeah, I ate 2-minute noodles last night because all my money goes on stock. So I think the financials is another thing. It can all just look so smooth, but we're all ducks, on the outside. You're like, fake it till you make it. You're this smooth duck sailing on the water, and underneath the water, it's like, rah! Yeah, losing my bananas all of the time. Did you guys put this one last? What excites you about the future? Everything excites me about the future. I'm so excited all the time about what can happen next. You can change your job, you can change your life, you can change your direction any day, really. The possibilities are so unlimited. Once people start to appreciate the power and control they have and actually exercise it, I can only imagine what's going to come next. Overall, it's such an exciting time to be alive.